let's just go and look at the cameras now.
Yeah.
Like all these cameras are autofocus cameras, and various levels of quality, difference in generations, huge between these two and this one. Each one of them has really good autofocus, but basically this one, in terms of autofocus, you can turn it off in the menus, or each lens on Canons and Nikons will have a switch on the side between manual and auto, on manual, auto, on manual. If I switch to manual, I have to focus it. I have to move it myself. If I put to manual auto, if I press down here, it moves the focus. The way you can tell what it's focusing on is when you look through the display. Can you see the red dot there? Okay, so that red dot is what it's going to focus on. And I move it around. It changes focus. On this camera, I can touch and that dot moves, or I can move it around with it, this here. Okay, so if I want that in focus, there. The other neat thing about mirrorless cameras, and this is sort of an advanced functionality, is if I go into the choose here and I go into some of the menus in here, I can switch here. The mirrorless cameras have very advanced autofocus. It can choose to focus on pets, animals, and it will automatically detect the cat. And when the cat looks to us, it finds its eyeball. Massively cool. I love that. Very, very good for a lazy photographer. So that's functionality. Doesn't exist on the DSLRs. They're older generation. Basically, you move that square to where you need it to focus and it'll work. Less advanced cameras, this has 10 or 7 or 8 focus zones. This has 52, and this has like 250. So the mirrorless cameras have a much more advanced focusing system. Particularly if you're shooting people, it's a really good idea. Like that facial recognition stuff is incredible. In Canons and Nikons, you can get more advanced with more advanced systems. So make sure the button is switched on the camera. On this camera, there is a switch on the side, plus there's the manual and auto on the camera. And some cameras have a VR or IS image stabilization on them, which means that the lens itself is moving to stabilize your shaking, how much coffee you drank. Leave it on, and unless you're on a tripod, it really doesn't do anything bad. This one doesn't have image stabilization, but the body itself does. We'll talk about that.